Shalom family, and I'm Minister Al from Yashar'el Truth Ministries. Today I just want to speak facts, I want to speak truth. I saw the video where Kyrie apologized for a second time. Although it was disappointing, sometimes a man has to do what he feels he has to do for himself and his family. I don't know what's on his plate. I don't know if somebody could have threatened his family. You just never know when it comes to this wickedness of this earth. But it was, and why I say it's disappointing is because that man was just trying to seek his history, where he came from. And if the history books would have put his history in there instead of starting at 1600 and whitewashing everything else, he wouldn't have had to seek as hard, you know what I mean? But we are talking about history, meaning his story. So in the Bible speaks of these things, like in Job 9:24, it speaks of the world will be handed over into the wicked and their paint their likeness, and also First Maccabees 3:48 for those who have a Sefer or the Apocrypha. So it was disappointing to see him apologize, but I understand in certain incidents. But I'm ready for my black brothers and sisters to stand up, stand against this oppression and affliction, because I have seen more hateful stuff in slave movies that come out every year, every other year, with the hate language and all that in slave movies, and nobody apologized to the Negro people or the black folk, you know what I mean? So, but the minute you say something about another group of people, holy heck break loose, you know what I mean? And it's enough of that. So we got to come to the table and say, you know what, we're going to support this brother. We have to even support him $1 from every black person through Cash App or whatever. But we're going to have to get to the point where we stand and stand strong. And the reason I truly believe, as your minister, as a minister, that you don't want people to put this stuff in the history books to let us know who we are. Because when we find out who we are, just like Exodus 9 and Exodus 3 and 9 said, when the Israelites start crying out to the Most High Yah, he said, hey, my kids are crying out. He listened, and he sent the leader, sent the Savior, and came and got them. And also in Judges 3 and 9. So if somebody know they're stealing your history, and somebody know the Most High gonna punish them, of course they're gonna hide you much as possible. They're gonna mislead you much as possible, because I know the minute these people, these group of people wake up and find out their true history, their true identity, they're gonna start crying out to their true Messiah, their true Elohim. You know, they're gonna cry out, and when they start crying out, their Elohim gonna wake up and come save them. So I love these blessings of this earth and in these fruits here. So of course I need to keep these people silent. I need to keep them confused. And I'm gonna do another take after this one to show you why we gotta stop even doing this rap music in certain movies. You know what I mean? Because it's a story in the Bible. I want to break it down. So, but with that said, it was disappointing to hear Kyrie apologize, you know what I mean, because they said the first one wasn't good enough. And I'd have heard more hate speech in slave movies, in slave literature, but nobody never truly apologized to the black Negro people here on this earth for what we had to go through. I'm not trying to diminish nobody's atrocities, but at the same time, I'm not going to let nobody diminish the black Negro people of atrocities that we have been through on this land and that we still going through today. I can't speak for the ministers, the pastors, the bishops. A lot of these guys would not say nothing because they're in bed with these groups of people and getting funding. But at the same time, we got to stop. We got to stand up and we got to fight. You know, fight for what we believe in and stop all that apologizing. Stop apologizing for what you believe in. He didn't do anything wrong. All he did was trying to seek his history, where he came from. And like I said, if you put it in the history books, he wouldn't have to dig like that. But he get slapped on the wrist and slapped around for trying to see where he come from. So But Kyrie, brother, I still stand with you. I pray blessings over you and your family, and protection. And, hope all is well. And with that said, I'm Minister Al from Yashar'el Truth Ministries. Shalom, everybody.